Okay. What numbers?
Me calling you cut off my laugh.
You sure? Yeah, I can hear you, but I don't think you live. Hey, I, I can't. I can't see it. Why I can't see it? I only saw your last line. Leif, you gotta get on your job, man. What's taking you so long? Shoot. You know we got this thing going on. You taking so long. Oh, please. Oh, I like it like that. All right. I'm trying to see here. So it's on Lamar, or is it on Lamar Wilson, or is it on I don't. All right, I gotta put it on with Koinda then, because I can't see it. Okay, he just tagged me. Okay, I'm gonna put it on mute.
Lamar Wilson or is it on?
I put it on mute. Okay. I don't.
All right, I gotta put it on with Koinda then.
What the heck am I
See
doing?
it.
I'm sorry. This is like, yo, you gotta get a new system.
Okay. He just tagged me. Okay, I'm gonna put it on mute.
You just gonna have to. You just gonna have to say.
Can hear me. Y'all can hear me now, right? I know
They
y'all can hear
can.
me now. Yeah, I know they can hear me now.
Can they hear? Can they hear me?
They should be able to. Yeah, I can hear you. You're good. Oh, I'm showing my stomach. Yeah, I know they can hear me.
I'm sorry.
I know y'all can hear me now.
Yo, you gotta get a new system.
All right, here we go.
Okay, cool.
So
Okay, I got
everybody,
it.
we try to set this up so that Miss Vanessa Braxton, again, I gave this a wonderful introduction and they didn't hear none of it. Today,
You can do it
we
again.
have on Miss Vanessa Braxton, probably our most requested guest by far. She drops a lot of knowledge every time. She's an illustrious businesswoman. I consider her a friend, and I also consider her a Koinda. She is
Thanks.
one of the most noticeable Koindas we have, and she wanted to drop some knowledge on you guys. She wanted to tell you guys how to export your products. So you guys stick around. Today, I'm just going to be her servant. I'm going to try to help her in whatever way I can. Luckily, you guys can see the website to the left. It's export.gov. We're trying a different layout so she can actually share this information with you guys, and I can go to the website as she does it. So thank you all for showing up. Miss Wonderful Vanessa Braxton. Do your thing, sister. And I'll make sure I kick you the questions and things like that as well, because you know me and you do really well on the camera together. We got that Fred Astaire. What's up? What's the girl's name? Dang, I forgot her name.
Somebody
Ginger.
said we echoing.
Ginger. We echoing? Somebody said we echoing? Leif, well, we echoing, man. You gotta let me know, Leif.
Leif, you ain't on your job. Come on, man.
He said you ain't on your job, Leif. I got you.
Yeah, Lynette said we echoing.
Yeah, I can hear her. I can hear her.
Oh shit. All
You
right.
good, sister.
All right,
I'm gonna be
cool.
quiet anyway, so it don't even matter.
All right. Hi, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm still at the office. So I'll be doing a late night. But that's okay. I enjoy doing what I do. I love it. That's for sure. It's not work. It's just play to make money.
Yes.
Play to make money.
Right.
Okay. I want everybody to go to export.gov. That's export.gov. I do a lot of exporting. I also import too. How I got into exporting is through the government contracts. And then it led me to doing just more exporting. So I took an exporting class in California, which is offered by the US government. So if they didn't have this site up at the time, but now it's a full-fledged site. So after I took the exporting class, whatever class you can get through the exporting, try to do it. They're more prolific in New York, I would say, and New York. I think they're going to Louisiana, but California, because those are the, that's where a lot of ports, that's where a lot of the trading comes through. And so if you have a product, I think it'll be advantageous. I always say if you have products and services, you can have a balance with your business. And that way you can offer services here in the US,
Right.
but offer products worldwide. And, that's always, globally. So it's always something that you would definitely want to do. Mona says she had her second job with her pen and paper.
Hey, you got to get on it, Mona. She's great. Drop some gems.
Right.
Here's the thing.
Right.
So what Miss Vanessa is basically talking about is expanding your market. I mean, we live in a global world. It's not like you just got to sell to the person down the block. Like she's talking about selling to people millions of miles, no, thousands of miles away.
You want to do that.
Yeah.
No, you want to do that. And if I just think in terms of my brand, Black Mama Vodka, coming out into a market where everybody and their mama got a vodka.
Right.
And even though I own the facility, still I'm looked at as if, plenty of times somebody asks me, oh, who's the distiller that's making your brand? And I say, I am. So it's always some sort of confrontation in the very beginning, especially when you own your own stuff. And sometimes it's just offensive because then people feel like they can't believe that you're doing that.
Right.
Or I had a white guy ask me where I got the money from to own my own liquor. I told him the same damn place you got yours from working. What the hell you asked me that question for? Like I can't. He couldn't believe it. He just turned
too fair.
Who?
Too fair. Player. Man.
Right. So a lot of times I think people don't believe what Black people can do.
Right.
I think it's more, it's the propaganda, because there's a lot of people out there who are doing phenomenal stuff and they just don't have the access. And the access as far as distribution, the doors are closed. You definitely got to know somebody in the industry. And even if you do know somebody in the industry, it's a pay to play. If you want to grow big, it's a pay to play. I don't care what industry you're in. You're gonna have to pay somebody to play in their field, to play their board game. Especially when it's a high commodity, such as liquor. Liquor is a high commodity. Now I realize tea is a high commodity, but I've perfected that game where they asking me questions.
Right.
But the key is that you gotta own, and you gotta start really small with your small machinery and then build it up that way. So for me, what I did was I went to export.gov. I want everybody to go to export.gov. Now, it just so happened you can click on export education. There's a link right there that says export education. And then you can click on the view. They didn't have all of this stuff until after they've already put the program together. I guess they needed to put the program together.
Right.
and see what works.
Right.
And then put it online, because none of this stuff was online. They actually have videos now. So it has an export education, a basic guide to exporting. You know, one of the things you don't, only for liquor, you need it. Well, let me say liquor, specific teas, not a tea, like the American ginseng. Remember I was telling you about American ginseng?
Yep.
If you're growing particular items here, like American ginseng, I have a permit to ship that overseas. You have to get a permit from the Fish and Wildlife, because it's considered a, one, it's a high commodity, and two, it's considered like an endangered plant.
Gotcha.
And only certain places can grow it, and only certain people, and it takes about a good 10 years to get my hands on it. See, that's my problem. I get greedy, because I could sell that for $2,000 a pound. So instead of holding on to it,
Right.
you know, I pay like $100 or $150 a pound. But as soon as I put my feelers out overseas, I can get a bit. I could probably get 10 G's for it right now if I can get my hands on it. I swear. But I'm going to try to keep that. Yeah. Man, that money's with ginseng. Yeah. American ginseng. American ginseng that's grown here in the U.S.
Right.
is in so high. It's in high demand everywhere in the world. And y'all, shoot. You have to, the government has to know who's making it, who's handling it. It's like, it's better than drugs, yo.
Yeah, I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Here's the question. Somebody said, what
Yes.
do you mean by the term high commodity?
A high commodity where you have to have a liquor, where it's licensed and you have a bond on it. You know, like I'm bonded for liquor. I have to be bonded, and my liquor license is with all the ports, and it's with also DHL. I have a liquor license with DHL to ship overseas. So, you know, it's a high commodity because it can be easily stolen, and there's a high value to it. Same thing with like the American ginseng. That's why you have to have a permit when you shipping it overseas. But everything else, same thing like beers, you know, specific elephants, tusks, all that other stuff that's just like, you know what I mean? That's not, that has a high value that's in demand. So that's why it's a high commodity. Shoot, you can ship gold and you won't have a problem. I saw that other day.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, I
They
got
won't
you.
be stopping that.
They stopped the gold.
All right. So
That's
go
cool.
when you go to exports.gov, there is a whole entire export video, and it talks about logistics. The other thing I want people to pick up or to log in, will really take a look at, is XM. Hold on, XM Bank.
Excellent bank.
Hold
Yes.
on. Yeah, it's EX. Let me see, make sure I have the correct
XIM,
spelling.
right?
Yeah,
EXIM.gov.
Bank.
Yeah.
Before you start exporting, you want to make sure you have export.gov. You read every freaking thing on there, because now they put it all up. But then you want to make sure you have Export Import Bank. Obama set this up. People didn't know that. Obama set the Export and Import Bank. So, for example, how does that work? You log in, you set up your account. What you're able to do is, let's just say, for example, someone in the Netherlands wants to buy some tea, or not even tea. They want to buy these gram spoons. Actually, this is a half a gram. So they want to buy these half a gram spoons, and they want to buy 100,000. You need to ship it out. Now, are you going to trust that person who is asking for the quote to just send them your product and you get the money? And are they going to just trust you? A lot of times there's no trust because you just knowing them for the first time, and you have to vet people.
Right.
They have to vet you. They don't want to let their money go. You don't want to let your product go. So what you do is you set up an account at the XM, the Export Import Bank of the United States of America. And you can also look up all the countries that have an XM bank, a US XM bank there. And when you do that, you'll also see countries that we have sanctions on. So they'll literally tell you, you cannot send your money to this country. Or if there's a country, some places in Africa, they have so much fraud that they don't want to put the XM bank there. They would advise you not to. So when you look at it, what the government was doing, they're actually putting the money up for you, for the vendor, and they're insuring it for you. So if somebody wanted to buy this and it's like, let's say $25,000, they can go to the XM bank and they can show that they have the $25,000, and the XM bank will give a letter of credit to me saying that X, Y, and Z, Joe Schmo, whoever, has the funds, and we, XM Bank and wherever, are going to insure it. Yep. So then once I have the letter of credit, and everybody understands what a letter of credit is, yes, hearts, no, yes, no, yes.
It's a little bit of delay. So they'll hit them here in a second.
Oh, okay. So a letter of credit is basically like putting your money on hold. Yep, okay, everybody. Okay. Dirk, your name is Dirk, D-U-R-D, Dirk Diesel. You know my husband's name is Dirk, so don't even try that. Look. Okay, Dirk, explain. Please explain. Okay, a letter of credit is basically a letter from the bank saying that this person has the $25,000. They actually go to the bank and put it up, and the bank holds it. And then they issue a letter of credit saying that it's there and it's secure, so you can continue to do your transaction. Okay? So that's how, when you get and that's a letter of credit from anywhere. So it works very, very well when you're dealing business with overseas, because you're going to be afraid to let your product go. It doesn't even matter, So, and they're afraid to let their money go. So once you get the letter of credit through XM Bank, you get insurance. XM Bank insures it, and you pay like a small premium, very small. So only a small percentage based upon the dollar amount. And all of the people are in there. There's tools for exporting, all of that. So now you package your product. How do you get the product over there? You got to use a container. Yeah, you got to ship it. But how do you ship it? People are like, okay, how do you ship it? I happen to own my own containers. So I have a freight forwarder. So write that down. Freight forwarder is in a freight company. It's the same company. So a freight forwarder will bring your product from overseas, and then the same freight forwarder will push your product overseas. So am I saying for you to have your own container? Don't do that yet. It depends on the amount. So what I do is, when somebody's going to buy some liquor or buy something, I let them pay half up front if they don't have a letter of credit. And then they can get the other half from the XM Bank. If they don't go to the XM Bank, then you got to pay me my money all the way up front through a broker. It's seriously like that. Right. You got a in-between broker that you got to hit off on both sides. Right. They got a broker and I got a broker that's here. And those two brokers will make sure, they'll be the ones talking to make sure that the money transfers over, because a lot of times you hear people sending wire transfers to China, wire transfers, and then you don't hear anything. Do not send a wire transfer. If you're going to send something over, always use Alibaba. If you want to export to a country or import, use Alibaba so you can use their trade insurance. Okay, but back to the XM Bank. The XM Bank will now, once I send the product over, the XM Bank will release the money and just wire it to my account within minutes. I love our government, boy. Some days they and you get a notification. You get a notification by email. Now they sending it by text. We just wired $74,000 to you.
She's like, thank you. Appreciate it.
So those tools are very, very important. They have a lot of tools for exporting. They have a learning resources. This is stuff you guys have never seen. Have you seen this before, Lamar?
I know about all of it because, bills of lading, letters of credit, that's the game we in pretty much.
Right, but the XM Bank is a hidden gem that Obama, pretty much did, which is really, really good, really good. The other thing I want you guys to do is another thing, I do business with the U.S. embassies. If you're not comfortable with doing business with another foreign entity, then start doing business with our government in the foreign regions. You feel me? Do you guys get that? Can you explain that to them in case I didn't explain it right?
You said if you are done. I didn't hear you all the way because I was telling Sam goodbye. Say it again.
Oh,
and
okay.
I'll explain it. I'll explain it once you finish.
Okay. If you're not comfortable doing business with a foreign entity or with a person overseas, I always tell people to start doing business with the embassies, which is under the U.S. State Department, a Department of State.
Right.
So do me a favor. Go to, where is it? Here it is. I'm going to tell you where to go. Actually, you can go right to usembassy.gov.
Yep.
Let me know when you're there.
There we go. We're there.
Okay. So you should see website of all this website has every single U.S. embassy, consulate, diplomatic mission in the world. This is one of my secrets here. Okay.
The Bahamas. Let's sell in the Bahamas.
That's what I was just on. So let's say you go to Bahamas.
Yeah.
You click on Bahamas.
Yep.
Okay, it says U.S. Embassy Nassau. You click on that.
Yep.
Then it's going to pick up U.S. Embassy in the Bahamas. You see where it says business? Boom. Doing business in the Bahamas. You see that right there? You see it? Our relationship. Then you see business, doing business with the Bahamas.
Let me see what page I'm on. It says charge affairs, key officers.
No. Okay, stay there. Go back.
Okay, go back.
Click. No. You're right there. Click on the word U.S. Embassy, not Nassau.
Yeah, I clicked on that, and this is what I
click
get.
it. No, click it again. Right on that. You right to the left of the map. Now click on those blue words.
Oh, I think you late. Yeah, you see it. Look at it now.
Okay, so now Oh, me?
Yeah, from what you were seeing on Facebook, it's a delay. So yeah, we on. You see what I'm saying? I see charge affairs, Stephanie Bowers, key officers.
Okay, so above that you see visas. If you move your screen up, visas. It should be a drop down menu.
Yep. Visas. Yep.
Click. See your business. Doing business. Click business. Doing business in the Bahamas.
So it's like, let's see.
So you have visas, U.S. citizen
business,
services, our relationship.
In the Bahamas, getting started.
Then click, right. So you click on that.
Yeah, I got the smaller version. That's why it's doing that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anytime you want to do business with any embassy, you can just type in doing business with the U.S. Embassy in Bahamas, doing business with the U.S. Embassy in Turks and Caicos. It'll come up. But the best place to go is the Department of State. And when you go to the Department of State, they have everything. They didn't have this back in the day, like how this is really, really good now. Because you have people that you can contact. You see this person, okay, let me tell you who's the contact. Normally, it's the commerce person who's there. They have their information on there. But they have this Federal Overseas Private Investment Corporation that's there that you can contact, and then there's opportunities there.
Right.
One of the things you definitely have to do, everybody make sure that you sign up in SAMS. SAMS, SAMS.gov.
All right.
Go to that. Mm-hmm.
Tell you what, you are the government website guru.
I'm retired government.
SAMS.gov, you said?
Yeah, systems administration. Come on, my computer's taking too long.
SAM.gov without the S. I thought you said SAMS.
I did. So it's Sam.
Sam with no S.
Okay. Yeah. So SAM's is Systems for Award Management. It used to be federal something. I can't even remember. But here you can sign up. It's free. Put your business on there. And you can get a free DUNS number. Do it right through this site. One key is when you put your DUNS number, make sure you get a DUNS number just state that it's for government contracts. All right. And then don't put a telephone number. You can put a telephone number, but put an email address such as contract management at blah, 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 blah. Because this is public information and you're going to get all these type of emails on companies trying to help you to get government contracts, all type of solicitation.
Right.
Because it's public information. But you got to be in sam.gov. Very easy to set it up. You put your NAICS number. You can set up, and this will also help you to get government contracts later on. We can talk about that much, much, much later on. I need a whole month boot camp for that.
Somebody said the NDC is asking for my location. Is that a yes or a no? That's just the website trying to find out where you at.
Just put no.
O'Neill said, I've done Sam's, D&B, and the works.
So how much money you making, O'Neill?
He said, how much money you making, O'Neill?
Right. How many contracts you done had?
And then O'Neill said, too many emails. So he said what you said.
So you put, O'Neill, you put a separate email address, something, Gmail. You don't put your real email on there. I always put contract management, like CM at Black Mama Vodka or something like that. So that way you at least have the email, because it is a requirement in SAMS, and then people will just hit you up. So just put like something that you're not going to look at on a regular basis. Now go back to the Bahamas.
He said none.
None. O'Neill. So what you?
That's funny. Hey, O'Neill said too many emails. He said it's too much.
So what?
Ridiculous stuff.
Yo, I got $74,000 from the U.S. Embassy in Moscow. You can get up on it.
They like Black Mama Vodka. They love the vodka.
Hold up. $22,000 from the Social Security Administration. They gave me a credit card. Yo. Then quick.
They drinking that vodka.
No, they didn't order vodka. They didn't order vodka on that. They wanted something else.
Gotcha.
But supplies. No.
They got that under the table maca. They getting that maca.
Right?
Trump getting that maca for that Stormy Daniels. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, this was during Obama's administration. They were pulling money out like that.
Well, Barack.
O'Neill says he's still registered.
I got the
okay.
Yeah.
When you O'Neill says he's still registered.
Good.
I don't know how. Okay, that means you update it every year, because you have to update it on your anniversary every year, or you'll be inactive. So Just make sure you do that. And that way, because the first thing an embassy is going to ask you, they're going to look in that system to see that you're in there. And also, too, that's how you get paid.
Right.
You got to put your banking information. That's how you get all these wire transfers. And it comes right to your account just that way when you're doing business with the government. You know, the Department of Defense, I did some, I did some work for them. No, it wasn't Department. Yeah, it was Department of Defense. It was the embassy in loan. And because I'm already in the system, they be coming to you for all kinds of stuff. It don't even matter what that you got liquor. They asked me to get some antifreeze from them. Cause
Okay.
Yo. Antifreeze, because there aren't a lot of somebody say they love my laugh. There wasn't a lot of people that go out and know how to get the government contracts. So they hit me up, say, Vanessa, can you get some antifreeze? How much you want?
I know you was serving them. I know you was.
Look, how much you want?
I got you.
Yo, I went to Granger.
Hey.
You know Granger? Granger online.
Of course. Come on. Hey.
Ooh, what happened, Lamar?
All I heard
You
was
went offline.
All I heard was I'm your pusher man. That's all I heard.
Lamar, you offline. I can't see you, but I hope everybody else can see me.
I can see you. They can see us.
Okay, I can't see you.
Well.
Okay, I don't know. I see like a white man figure, but that's fine. So
you see a white man figure.
But yeah, so I went to Granger online and I called them and I said, listen, I needed I forgot what it was. I know it was gonna total. I know I paid $1,100 for it. I should pull out that. I paid $1,100 and I think I charged them like $9,000. So because I went through all of that, and then it was an environmental. I had to get it, labeled as a hazard. I didn't even touch the thing. I'm gonna be honest. I let Granger do everything. Granger did everything, plus shipped it to the ports in New York, New Jersey, put it in a consolidated warehouse, and shipped that bad boy over to Loam. I never even saw it, Lamar.
But you made that profit.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
I need to push a man for you right now. I'm your push man.
So yeah. But that's how we
freeze.
Right. But that's how we saw. But that's how they asked me to get them some ATVs one time, but I pushed that to somebody else who I knew. I said, y'all gotta get that because it was just too much going on. Right. But once you're in the system, especially with the U.S. embassies, they'll be asking you for all kinds of stuff that has nothing to do with what you got. Seriously, because they try to do business with a lot of people from the U.S. and they have to do business with people in the U.S. So it's not enough. So all of y'all got all these embassies. You can hit up every single one of these embassies and be making money. There's so many of them, and when the embassies have an unlimited budget. Every agency has, through OMB, Office of Management and Budget, they have a budget for the entire year. The fiscal year is from October 1st to September 30th, the end of, September. Well, the last quarter, which we're about to approach, is when they got to spend all their money. So they either use it or lose it. So what they do is they try to just push out just anything. I've gotten like faxes, this is bad day, fax and emails like 11:59 at night. Can you get this to me? So, and I just say yes. And then we figure out how to do it.
You try to make that money.
Right. So,
You
make
want to
a lot of money doing
opportunities just for being connected. That's what she's trying to say. Like the fact that she's connected into these embassies wind up providing her with opportunities to make profit on things that she might not necessarily always provide, which makes her a pusher woman. That's really what it is.
Yeah, because I'm gonna find somebody who can get it.
Right. Right.
So I want everybody, and you know what? And look, they have commercial opportunities right here. If you look on the site, when you see doing business, you see it.
Yeah.
But this is just like little stuff, replacement window shutters. That's for service and installation, wiring upgrade. They have a commodity section, which you can get on FedBiz Ops, but the embassies don't ever put it on there. What you could do is send your capability statement. And a capability statement, after you get on SAM, you create a profile on sam.gov, and you'll put all of your information. Also, with your NAICS codes, you can put up to 1,000. So, for example, my NAICS codes, I'm a manufacturer, I'm a distiller, I'm also a wholesaler, I'm also a retailer. You put all of that down. I'm also a distributor of miscellaneous products.
Of course. And
So,
a breeze.
Yes. Okay. Nobody asked no questions. I ain't gonna tell you no lies. Okay.
Right. Somebody said you got 2 phones, one for the plug, one for the load. Of course.
Right. Because I'm your pusher.
So here's the thing. So here's my question. Somebody's saying, where did they just say it? Can they be a drop shipper for the government? That's what someone's asking.
That's what I just did. That's what I remember. I said that with the Grangers. I never even saw the product.
Right. But I guess they're saying, can they be the ones that is a drop shipper? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've done that plenty of times.
She said, yeah, of course.
Of course. And then when you're doing a drop shipping, make sure you do, they call it a blind return address.
Right.
Do blind. Okay? Remember that. If you don't do blind, then the address will be there. But do a blind address.
I'll send it to your crib.
Right. So that way you can do that. But yeah, I've drop shipped plenty of times. That's the hustle. I call, make a phone call. What's the price? Then I put my pricing on there. Let me tell you, straight up.
Yeah.
I sold, and my cousin Gina knows this. I sold nail polish. Yep.
Are you serious?
Nail polish. Guess. I'm gonna give some Garveys if somebody guess.
Okay.
What agency uses nail polish? What agency I sold nail polish to?
I know exactly who it is. But
let's see who comes up with that.
Somebody said, what agency uses nail polish? Let's see.
I sold 8,000 bottles of nail polish.
Rick Brown said EPA.
No.
I got to think outside the box. FBI.
Yeah. What part? What branch of FBI?
They said the CIA.
No.
The DEA.
No.
Somebody said the Department of Defense.
That that person who said FBI was pretty close.
It just somebody said the military.
No.
Narcos.
It was 8,000 of them. Who, narco?
They said Social Security. Department of Justice.
It was close. Okay.
Secret Service.
I see it coming up.
You saw it? Women's prisons.
That's it. That's it, Omar. Omar gonna get some. Omar
Rockwell. Put up your coin ID, brother. She's gonna send you some Garveys. Undercover agents. We done.
But true story. Agency department. It was Federal Bureau of Prisons. you know, women prison, they have a cosmetology class where they're teaching the women. So the contracting officer, they sent out and they said, can you get us nail polish, 8,000 nail polish? I said, okay, yeah. I went to the hair supply store with a Chinese man.
I knew you was going to say that.
Right here in Wyandanch in the hood.
She walked down there.
I went over there. I said, yo, I need 8,000 nail polishes. The Chinese man said, 8,000? What you want? What you want? I said, I just need 8,000 nail polishes. How soon you can get it? He said, I get it for you by Thursday. It was like 2 days. I said, okay, how much? How much I'm going to pay for it? He didn't even speak damn English, but he understood money.
Of course.
Right. 10 cents. 10 cents a bottle. I said, you sure? He said, yeah, I get for you. And it come, I said, 10 cents a bottle? He says, yes, 10 cents per bottle. I charge him $8,000. I charge him $1 a bottle. Plus shipping. Yo. The color, I had like two colors.
God.
Yo. And it was supposed to be black, white, and another color. I can't even remember the color. Might have been great. So they had specific amounts. He called me. So I got the contract. So I told the prison, yeah, I'll get that for you. It came in. He calls me. Nail polish here. Nail polish here. I said, okay. I go into the hair supply store. The whole box is all packaged up. Yo, Lamar, I just took my FedEx slip and just slapped it on the side. I never opened it. There's all this Chinese writing on the outside of the box.
See?
I just grabbed it.
Because she was there. Like she was. What do people say? Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. She was prepared, she had the opportunity, and she made bread off of it.
What? I slapped that thing right on the box, and I took that. It was me and my sister. I had to break my sister off something, and we just went straight to FedEx. The box was all wrapped up in like tape and stuff, and I never even checked. I don't even know if it had the right colors. I kid you not.
You probably can't even hear it right now, but in the background right now, we listening to Pusha Man. You got a soundtrack right now. You don't even know it.
Let me tell you, my husband be like, God damn, woman, you always
hustling all day. That is awesome,
right.
sister.
So
this is what she's saying, y'all. Like everything that she's letting y'all see today, if you go set these up,
yes.
She don't even care if you're gonna compete with her.
No, I don't.
She don't care.
It's enough. Listen, it's so much money that's out there. Around. It's so much out there. It's not even a joke. And I keep telling people that, you know, and even so what, you compete. That just makes things a lot better for me. I just come up with a whole nother product. But I'm just saying.
Yes, sir.
I love competition, but then the more of us that's in there, the better that it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what worked. Now, the other thing, okay, so you guys got the export education. I want you to go to, and you know how to go to the U.S. embassies, right? Everybody know how to go to U.S. embassies. You know how to find that. Yep. You know about the XM Bank. This is a lot of stuff that people are going to have to sit down and take their time looking at it. Very important. Now, you heard me talk about, here it is. Wasuda. I talk about Wasuda, WUSA, wasada.org. Right. But it's part of, where is it? It's part of NASDA, which is
USDA.
Okay, here it is. The Western U.S. Agriculture Trade Association, that's for the West Coast, but they all fall under, here it is.
I got
Hold on.
The Western United States Agricultural Trade Association creates opportunities by helping food and agricultural companies gain new business overseas. Whether your company
Yeah,
is
but
new to exporting or is looking to expand to new markets, our market development service will dramatically increase your reach and revenue. Get connected today and watch your company succeed, grow, and thrive. Wasada.
right, and then open up another window called www.nasda.org.
NASDA. So many acronyms.
I know. It's like the National Agriculture something something. This is the agency. This is the agency that has WASUDA, and then it has the WASADA is the Western branch. So if your company is on the West Coast, like I have an office on the West Coast, then you join that organization. It's free. If it's free, it's for me. And if you are in the southern region, there's one for the southern region, there's one for the northeastern region, there's one for the Midwest. What they do, and I'm just going to utilize it. If everybody has NASDA, they have trade shows. They have a food fair, food and beverage show. I went to Hong Kong on with a $20,000 grant from WASADA. From Hong Kong Wine and Spirits. I was the only spirits that was representing the U.S., which was the vodka.
Right.
I was the only one, and the only black person going. Okay, only black woman. Which was really nice. It was a great experience, and it was the California wines. All California Wines Group was going. They got in. They paid for our booth. They paid for the shipping. They paid for flights, food. I got reimbursed for my hotel. I stayed in a nice hotel. We hung out and drank all night long. Plus, you got to meet with people in that Hong Kong Wine and Spirits. They had like some sort of sponsored dinner, which was like $1,000 a ticket from Spain. The food looked like dishwashing soap. But it was prim and proper.
Right.
But you do as the Romans do. I ain't gonna get there and I'm not gonna pull out no Alizé or nothing like that. I'm just gonna
Right.
I was representing the whole U.S. I think they might have thought the entire U.S. of A looked like me, Black Mama.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what they need to think.
Yo. But a lot of the buyers was coming through. That's where you have the opportunity. A lot of the buyers, the buyers are coming through. You taking orders. And the thing about in Asia, in Hong Kong, that's how I met my distributor there. Met with my agent that represents, make sure your stuff get through the government, that's connected in the government. So you pay the right fees. Like in Hong Kong, I can ship my soursop, chai tea, green tea, any of my teas, and I don't pay any excise tax. Yeah. Yep.
Man, is that the pay to play part of it? Is that what you said you had to pay to play, or is it because you knew the right people?
No, that's their liquor law.
That's their liquor law.
That's
so they
their
don't have
liquor
an excise
law.
tax for any.
No, anything that was under 30%.
Okay.
And then anything over that, you pay a small excise tax.
Gotcha.
So it was free shipping over there, which was nice, and I like that. Also, you have to make sure your bottle is done a specific way. When you're bringing in imports when they're bringing in imports, they don't want you to change. Let me see something. They don't want you to change the way the bottle looks. Let's say if you made a bottle that was just specific for China, they would think it's like China. For Hong Kong, they would think it's a bootleg. Same thing when I ship to the the Caribbean or I ship to the U.S. embassies, it'll have the U.S. stuff. But if I'm going to send to a foreign consulate, what I have to do is do a manual barcode, and that's how they'll know it's authentic. Right. So that's just their thinking. Their thinking and their culture is that
give
way.
Give us the same thing you got in the U.S. Gotcha.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So that's how that, while I was there, Macau, which is like 4 times the size of Las Vegas, is it's open 24 hours. They drink in 24 hours. They gamble in 24 hours. Casinos, 4 times the size of Las Vegas.
Right.
One of the hotels, I think the Sheraton, I met the buyer. The buyer of the Sheraton Hotel, he was pissing drunk off of my vodka. And he was hitting on, he was hitting on me at the he was hitting on me at the table. And I had to check his effing ass.
Like, hold on.
There. No, I told his effing behind. He was I think he was just drunk from, right. He didn't know how to hold his liquor.
Yeah, he turned up on everybody's stuff. Yeah.
Right. And then he came to me, he said, oh my God, you're so gorgeous and all this other. I told his ass, I said, you don't want none of this. Because you be coming back and I'd have to kill your ass. Because my husband gonna kill me too.
Right, exactly. Everybody be dead. Right. You don't get no more vodka.
He wouldn't leave me alone.
That's funny.
He was a straight, he was Indian too, but he was just straight up with his, like just aggressive.
Right.
I wanted to but I couldn't do that. I wanted to just knock him upside his head.
So here's the question.
You gotta be
careful. In a lot of those hotels? Are you in a lot of those casinos?
I'm in the Sheraton.
You did your job there.
I'm in the Sheraton there, and I'm also in the Sheraton in Spain as well. So it's called on premise. And then now once you get there, now let's say somebody has barbecue. Let me tell you something. If y'all got barbecue sauce, I know people do barbecue sauce, hot sauce. Okay, Black people, start looking to send your products overseas. They're looking for that. They can't find barbecue sauce, hot sauce. When I travel over there, they're always asking me, you got any hot sauce? I said, do I look like I'm from the country? I don't carry hot sauce.
It's Beyonce's fault. She said she got hot sauce in her bag, swag. So she just assumed.
I got hot sauce. No, I got vodka in my bag. I ain't got no damn hot sauce.
Right. She said, I got these maca chips for you, player.
Right?
But it's agave.
Right.
But that's what it is, though. Think about it. They just, oh, you got it on deck. You got the maca chips on deck.
It's raining maca. Hallelujah.
But that's crazy. So you're telling people, I think there are probably some people here who make hot sauce. You're telling them if they are making hot sauce, they need to get it over to Hong Kong? You found
not just Hong Kong, anywhere. That's why you see the people who are in the U.S. embassies, they're still American.
Yeah, of course.
They're still American. So they want American stuff. Plenty of times I've gone to plenty of Vanessa Lamar. This is truly inspirational. Somebody's laughing.
Hey, it's my homie.
Right, but when you gotta realize it's U.S. people that are in the embassies, so they want American-made products.
Right.
And then when they bring it over there, they're exposing the American-made products to the culture over there. So then people want it. Every time I travel overseas, they act like I got a damn barrel with me or something. You brought any? Like I'm back in the West Indies, like in Guyana.
Like, ta-da! Right. Hot sauce.
Like my family's from Guyana. So if I go to the West Indies, they be like, okay, if I come, I gotta bring a barrel. What the hell I gotta bring a barrel for? Because everybody wants something. So now when I go to a country, first question, you got any US made products? I'm like, you know what? This is like crazy. No, I only got my product.
No,
so,
remember? I remember what you said earlier. It makes so much sense now. You were talking about supporting other businesses through you so that you could then go and present those products to the people.
Right.
Yes, that makes
Right.
so much sense.
Right.
Yes.
Because they can't, they don't have access to it.
Right.
And
you the gateway.
right. That's why I want to make sure I have the I think Ian, I did a live with Ian from the UK. Those guys are investing, but I told them, listen, we'll set up, I'll incorporate another company in the UK
Right.
on the Black Mama Teas and Cafe. And then what we'll do is you guys will help set it up over there. And then I'll get a warehouse and stuff, because then if we have other products and stuff, we can just bring it over there. They are just loving anything that's US made. It could taste like shit, but as long as it says made in US, they want it like they at the strip club. They spending money.
They make it rain on the hot sauce.
And you know what? I'm gonna be honest too. You make more money out there, because my vodka here sells for $33.
Right.
Over there, 90. 90. 90.
It looks like you need to get up on your Mandarin. You understand what it means? Here's the thing. So I want everybody to understand that what I just said, because some people didn't see our earlier interviews. If you have something, a product that Miss Vanessa can potentially put in her Black Mama Teas and Cafes, she is trying to bring together products that make sense, that work with the stuff she's already selling, so that then she can help you move your stuff in other countries as well. And her just be like the pass-through, because she already has these connections. As you see, she's an ultimate hustler. She is the pusher woman. She is Curtis Mayfield in the flesh. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm Frank White. Forget
Frank
that.
White.
I'm Frank White. No.
Hey, listen, when we say Frank White, we're talking about tea. Let's just make sure.
Yes.
You hear kilos and those kind of things. We're
Yes.
discussing tea. No, but
Only tea. Only tea leaves.
Only tea leaves out here in these streets. No, but
You got a question.
Yeah, for everybody else there, let's get to these questions.
You got Vic. Look at Vic Yarborough. He has a question.
Vic hit me up and he was looking for this live link. Let's see what Vic said. What trade show should I attend?
It depends on. He says here he export and import between the U.S. and U.K. and want to expand to China and Hong Kong.
Yeah, what trade shows should he attend?
He's got to say what his product is.
Yeah, what's your product, Vic? What you pushing?
He's got to say what his products are, because certain markets is in the demand for.
Miss Agnes said Asian countries have the bootleg version, so everything original will get big monies, big dollars.
Yes. Don't see, I don't ship my stuff to China. If I'm going to sell it, because I had a lot of Chinese people that asked, and I would have to make a separate formula for those in China. That's what the other brands do. When you ship it to China, that you make a different formula for China.
So they won't bootleg it off.
Right, because they're going to try to bootleg and reverse engineer the flavor and do all kinds of stuff. So I just don't sell to China, but I know it gets over there because people take it from Hong Kong.
Yeah, Hong Kong.
Right, so you make a different formula for those markets, but they're going to pay money for that. Yeah,
She said, Vanessa, my 2-year-old just repeated your S-bomb. Now, this does have a parental advisory. Please be aware that some words might come out.
Sorry, I didn't know children was looking at this show at 7:20. Why are they not doing homework?
She is speaking truth. We got the made in America, which still means something. Just like we pay so much for French cognac here. Yeah. Somebody said, what about books? Are there any books? Oh,
elaborate.
Yeah, Vic Yarborough said he sells alcohol. He sells alcohol as well.
Oh, good. Okay, so if you want to you got to get an import agent. Wait a minute, you already in Hong Kong. So if you already in Hong Kong, okay. If you already in Hong Kong and you shipping to Hong Kong, then get.
He said he wants to ship.
Oh.
Because he ships to the UK because he used to live there.
Oh, okay.
So
okay. Is his product in the UK or is his product that
He
liquor?
says his
The
product
liquor
is in the
here.
UK. He's trying to move into China and Hong Kong. Like, what trade associations do you think he needs to get to
Go
become a
to the
part of?
Hong Kong. Go to the Hong Kong Wine and Spirits. It's every Wine and Spirits Festival. It's every November. Every November. It's like November. And also try to become a member of the Hong Kong Trade Association, which is in California. They take anybody. Hong Kong Trade and Development Council.
Hong Kong
I
Trade
don't,
and Development Council.
yeah, because they even have an online marketplace. Like I list my vodka up there. It's like an Amazon for Hong Kong. So you put your products up on there, and then people in Hong Kong who are already vetted
Yeah.
will buy through that, through the online marketplace. So I don't know what state he's located in, but you can definitely do that. So if he wants to he definitely got to go to the Hong Kong Trade Association. Also, ask him what state is he in because he qualifies to get into. Oh no, he doesn't qualify because his product is made in the UK. I was going to say he can go into the agriculture, the Wasota program,
Yeah.
but he can't because it's got to be a 51% US made product, at least 51% manufactured or made or processed or put together here. It can't be an import unless you import it, blend it with something else,
Then make it there. Yeah.
then make it and redo the bottle. So, but that takes TTB
He,
approvals. That just takes a lot.
he said it's made in the U.S. and the UK, so he has manufactured in both places.
Oh, okay. So then the U.S., the one that's in the U.S., then he can ship that. He can get it into the Wasuda program. You just got to make sure that you're labeling, you're labeling from TT, your approved commercial labeling that you get from the government. You got to make sure you submit that to Wasuda or the NSA. They have trade shows as well, but they need the approved label that's already approved by the government. He should know what I'm talking about, the TTB label. So the other trade show that anybody can go, since he's in the food and beverage, in October, there's an American Food and Beverage Show at the Pavilion in October. It's actually in Miami at the Convention Center. So it's a Miami Beach Convention Center. You can definitely do that. You can contact Janet Williams at afb@naylor.com. Okay, and that's the National Association. That's what it stands for, NASTA, National Association of State Department of Agriculture.
And Wasuda is WUSATA. Is it .com?
Yeah.
He's
No,
asking
.org. .org.
There you go.
Okay, and the
Did you
USDA is very much involved as well.
Okay, in Hong Kong or China. Somebody said they're trying to sell cars to Hong Kong and China.
You want to sell cars? You want to export cars?
Man.
I would see. Now you're getting into Trump's people. That's a. It's different when we ship cars over there. Are you just shipping cars? You're not hiding nothing in the doorway, in the doors or in the seats.
In the underbelly of the car.
Huh?
You
Yeah.
ain't got nothing in the carriage space.
Right. So the cars, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be real. Car shipments, shipping cars, you can ship one car to a person overseas if that person is a family member. But it's very, very hard. That's a different type of game when you shipping cars for sales because of the big companies that's got those contracts on lockdown. And it's very easy to remove stuff at the port. You got to have a very good distributor and people that you can trust in that country. That's why I always advise to people, when you gonna ship your product, you have somebody. I have an employee who's in France. Flavia. So she works for me. She moved from San Diego. She lives in France, so we doing business in France. So I have a small office, not even an office. It's just like her address with
Right.
where we have our offices. But it allows me to do business there. So at least when I ship there,
It's going to
I know
somebody you trust.
Flavia. I know Flavia is there. And then Flavia, she can fly over to UK for me, which she does, to check our UK office, which is only $90 to fly, and it don't take that long from France to the UK, so she can go back and forth. I have family
Right.
there. So when you start shipping big items like that, you got customs, you got harmony codes, you got all these different things, but then you got people on the other side that's
That
going
you
to
can
try to
trust.
mess with you. Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody's trying to move those.
Right. Move small products. Move. I would move small consumable products. Stuff that people could ingest and poop out and then got to come back and buy more. I'm keeping it clean.
That's real though. No, that's real.
Consumable product,
Yeah.
Okay. Who else has any question?
Shipping African-centered books overseas. Is there a demand for this maybe in the UK and Africa?
Shipping African Central, just books. I used to own a book company and a publishing company before I sold it to.
Hey.
It was called Books for My Children for 12 years. That's where everybody know me from. Mm-hmm. So I had I had the New York State contract. This is while I was working for the government. I had the New York State contract.
So you were selling
I had to get
books to the kids.
To the school districts.
That's cool, yeah.
Well, I sold on the federal side because I was in a position in New York State, and I think Cynthia, one of my girlfriends, Cynthia Bowman, she was like, when are you coming out with this book? Because she was also, I helped her with her business, but I had a company called Books for My Children, which I sold off, but I had a lot of government contracts. When you start have contracts and these extensions to ship overseas, and you have those connections, now you're bundling that up. It makes your company valuable for sale later on. So if you ever wanted to sell your company, just use this as an example. Any contract that's attached to it or past performance makes your company valuable for sale because it's a future generation of income for that potential person who buy your company. So that's always keep that in mind when you start doing business globally, because that's where the money is.
Right.
That's where the money is. So if you're going to do Afrocentric books, I would have that as just part of the portfolio of books, because everybody wants books, unless it's an Afrocentric books that's going to a museum. You can sell those to the Smithsonian here, which is a government contract. All the museums that, want it. Overseas, you would deal with the archives. That you'll have to definitely take a look at, but most likely when they're buying books, they're going to specify what it is. But ask that person if they're the writer of the book. Are they the writer of the Afrocentric?
Sure. Are you guys the writer of the book? And then Vic came back and said, who are you working with in the UK?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Vic came back and said, who are you working with in the UK?
I'm working with Amazon. Oh, Vic, you in the UK right now?
No. He said, because he's in the US, but he just actually moved back to the US.
Okay.
In the UK.
I work at Amazon in the UK because they sell them. Tell him to open up an Amazon UK account. Since you have an address there already, get a limited partner. You probably already have that, a limited partnership in the UK, and you have a UK bank account. Use HSBC, and set up the Amazon UK. Amazon will distribute for you directly, and you can use them as a hub. So that way, when you sell to other countries, you just have it, go from your site and then they can just drop ship it for you. That's one. Then I have a distributor over there anyway.
No, he's saying
That's
they're a vendor.
overseas.
So are you saying you want to sell some of her stuff? You
No.
want to distribute some of her stuff?
What the hell? He got to elaborate. Next person.
He said, I'm one of many researchers, writers, and editors. That's what Althea cared about the book. So here's the thing. I think we've been on here for almost an hour. So somebody just asked, can we do like a conclusion sum up? Like a quick step 1, 2, 3, like where to get started, how to get going.
Step 1.
Yeah.
Export.gov.
Export.gov.
Step 1. Export.gov. You got to have export.gov.
So look,
Step
somebody
2.
start typing this. Step 1, export.gov. Step 2, exim.
Step 2, exim.gov. Here it is.
exim.gov.
.gov. Step 3, SAM. SAM.gov.
SAM.gov.
Because you got to sign up your company in SAM in order to do business with the U.S. embassies, which you're going to. Yep. Right. So step 4, usembassies.gov.
usembassies.gov.
Right. And you're going to have the list. People, this is valuable information that you can research all the time.
Right.
You go in there, you got every U.S. embassy that's in there, and there's a procurement purchasing buyer. There's a general consulate. There's a commerce person. They're there. They're open. You email them. They're going to ask you for your cage code and all this other stuff. That's why you got to make sure you're in SAMS. Don't go to them and then you're not in SAMS. Okay?
Right.
Don't do that. Okay? So the other thing, Wasuda for the
West Coast.
Right, but NASDA. You definitely want to.
Is an overarching organization.
Right, that's over Wasuda, the Southern District, all of that. And then once you get into those programs, they set up meetings for you too. They'll have your business very, very busy. They'll send your company information to Philippines. And then they'll set up a meeting for you in the United States to meet with the Philippine buyer.
Right.
Yeah, so you definitely want to do that.
Definitely got to get that connection.
Right. And then that's pretty much, and then that's it. And then the Hong Kong Trade Development Councils. There's a lot of development and trade councils. You got the Agriculture Department. They are very, very big. They're trying desperately to get products out there. And then you got Amazon UK. That's a whole nother animal.
Is there a way for us to search? Oh, I don't need to do that. Is there a way for us to search? Let me see. Because somebody's saying, what if you're in the north? She said this earlier. She said that NASDA, NASDA, basically is the one that is over all of the different regional trade commissions, like or trade associations like WUSADA. So if you go to NSDA, you can find the other ones that are in your hometown or around your region. And then getting the DUNS number, she said to go through SAMS.
Yes.
Make sure you sign up on SAMS and get the DUNS number through there. Okay? So that'll just give you a quick overview of what she just said. If you want to watch this, we're going to save this video so it'll be up. It'll be here. She says she's only doing this once, so y'all make sure y'all bookmark this video. Make sure you go and get it. No, seriously. Because here's the thing, y'all. Like, the information is going to be there. It's going to be on you.
I should be getting a whole lot of garbage for all this doggone.
Yeah!
Send Garvey some Black Mama. This is ridiculous. You need to be giving me that 20 million, whatever.
Hey, they'll do it. They'll do it. They will definitely do it. No, but what's your coin ID?
Black Mama.
It's just straight Black Mama, y'all. So make
sure
y'all send us some Garveys for this.
MOMMA.
Yeah, MOMM. Here,
not MAMA. Black Mama, not Black Man.
Not Black Man. Here, let me put it in here for him.
One more thing. One other side I want you to put up. I forgot about this. I know this is California, but I think each state, I'm going to check in New York, but California Department of Food and Agriculture, if you go to www.cdfa.ca.gov.
www. Dot.
CDFA.ca.gov.
Yep.
And they have
California.
they got something called cow cannabis, which is hot. I'm just getting into that.
So they feeding the cows cannabis?
No, no.
And then the cows, you know,
I don't know.
they
But
got
this
a little bit of it in it.
right. But this is how in California they set up. California is really, really good.
Cow,
And now
like California cannabis.
yeah, not cow,
I thought you said
cow.
cow, girl. Like,
CAL
they feed the
cannabis.
cows the cannabis and the cannabis milk.
That would be considered grass fed, right? Organic. Grass fed cows.
Yes. It's real grass. Like it's 1977.
Right, But definitely look at, they have different exporting kits. They just set this site up. It's relatively new. I'm hoping that New York will do the same thing. But I think Kentucky might have an agricultural site as well. Yeah, but when you look at this is all about food and agriculture and exporting and what they do. They're very big on that. Very, very big. So anybody that's out there, definitely jump on this. You see, they have all the information about the USDA, foreign, agriculture services. They're very, very helpful. Very helpful. Okay.
Let me tell y'all something. For every single one of y'all that just don't understand what the value of Garveys are, this wonderful woman, just put on an hour presentation for y'all, and the only thing she asked
for free.
No, it's not for free. She asked for one thing. Let me tell you how valuable it is. She asked for Garveys. Now match up whatever Garveys you want to send her to the amount of information she just gave, and there goes your value. Like everybody want to keep talking about this value. Look at this information this woman just gave everybody. Like if you want to listen what I'm saying.
You be paying thousands and thousands of dollars for this. You know how many times people call me to come and talk? Cynthia Bowman would tell you.
Has been an amazing blessing to the Koinda group. She is one of our biggest ambassadors. She goes outside the group and brings all kinds of people in. She's always talking about it. She was talking about Koinda at Black Enterprise. Like, listen, let me tell you what I'm saying.
And the banker, the guy
at the banker. The banker's like, Koinda. So listen what I'm saying to y'all. Koinda forever. What I'm saying is, this is the kind of stuff we try to bring to Koinda. And anybody else who has the kind of information, she is setting the bar really high because she's giving it away for free because she knows it's for the love. Now, another thing I want y'all to remember, because it ain't over yet, if you go to WeFunder.com/Black Mama Tea and Tea Cafe, WeFunder.com Black Mama Tea Cafe. Go there. You can invest in her business right now, where she is trying to bang the actual physical store of what her whole entire empire is about. So she has Black Mama teas and vodkas. You hear about her exporting her vodkas, her teas, and those kind of things. Now she's bringing the physical location like a Starbucks, and she needs every investor's help. So go to WeFunder.com and check that out. I mean, a lot of you I already know are investors in Black Mama Tea and Cafe, but anybody who's brand new here, y'all hear what this woman knows. Y'all hear how dope she is.
Because I make some money.
You hear how tea she is. We're going to start using tea instead of dope so nobody start getting us mixed up on these conversations. But you hear how tea she is, right? So what we need to do, seriously, if y'all really love this woman and love what she's doing, support her. Buy her vodka, buy her tea, throw her some Garveys for sure. Go to WeFund and invest in her. My thing is just do whatever it is that you can to help her out. Ain't nobody, listen, none of us are getting anything personal from this except for supporting her. And you know what she's doing? What we getting personal from her? All this education for free. So it's reciprocity, man. She's giving and giving and giving and giving. Look, she was hungry. She was waiting all this time to eat them noodles. Like, and eating the maca, right? She's been waiting to do this, and she gave a lot of her time to you guys. So y'all make sure y'all take care of them.
I'm still in the office. It's
Yeah,
almost 8 o'clock. I'm still in the office.
This is
I'm
what
still in my
Koinda is all
facility.
about, like straight up and down. Miss Vanessa, do you have anything else to say?
Yeah, let's get paid.
Let's get this money. Like, hold on, lean back though.
Let's get paid.
Let's get this
You
money.
coming to my house? Let's just get
Let's
paid.
get
Let's
this
get
money.
this money.
Listen, everybody, I love y'all. Live love life. We appreciate everything you guys have done. Tipping my hat to everybody. Talk to you
Yes.
later.
Bye-bye.
That's so funny.
It is.
Cause I'm waiting for it to stop over here, but let's hold on because you know how this thing is.
Yeah, we don't want me cussing again. Because
Yeah,
you know I'm good for that.
yeah. I'm watching where it is right now on the video. It's yeah, so I'm gonna stop it when it hits the right thing.